General Chop just mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for quite some time. We haven't heard from her in a while either.
One who looks a lot like Soldier 11 was spotted at the house. The eyewitness account was with some armed individuals who were not Defense Force personnel. Yeah, she's down.
Take out that sniper!
Recalibrate. I won't let you take her.
Acting accurate.
Soldier 11! No. Damn it. You should have been no match for her.
Right?
What did you do? Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
And there you have it, a brief recap of part 1 of Silver Soldier Song, the agent backstory for Soldier Anby. Welcome to a new episode of I'm Still Playing. We're ready to tackle part 2 of Soldier Anby's story, so without further ado, let's get after it. Oh, and as before, spoilers will occur for Soldier Anby's story, because, well, that's what we're doing. I think you get the idea. Okay, let's do part 2. Here we go. Someone is trying to revive Silver Company, and Anby decides to put a stop. A short while later, Anby, are you going out? Yes. Is there anything you'd like me to bring back? Juice, burgers, milk, burgers, or anything? I might pass by a store on the way back from the Hollow. Off to the Hollows again, just like that. I made an agreement with someone. Rest assured, I've already prepared the carrot. I won't need to bother you this time, Proxy. We don't need milk or burgers. We just want you to return safe and sound. Don't worry, I will. In that case, I'll be off. Enter combat. The story seems a little bit more on the nose, I guess. Like brief intro, combat follows, brief exo, brief outro. I don't know. I see stuff I can smash here though. Take a map. All right. This is the Grey Waste Hollows. Here's Trigger. All right, 2 electric stun agents together. What more could you ask for? You're very punctual. Back then, I used to make soldiers who were late do push-ups. Soldier 11 is the same. As long as I've known her, she's never missed an appointment, nor has she ever been out of contact. We'll find her, Trigger. Can I call you Trigger? Please do. I don't have any nicer sounding names. This time, leave the fighting to me. All you need to do is carefully observe my movements. Don't worry, I'll cover you, when I deem necessary.
Let me take a good look at your movements.
Wow, we just spoke up that one. She's not going to be impressed.
Adjusting for wind.
Unfortunately, the enemy is.
Anby has some of the Anby
I won't
like
be
this.
able to show you my full
Face
combat
Anby, you know, we
abilities.
love her because she's like the best girl. She's like the face of the franchise, right? But she, her attacks, you know, she's been power crept away.
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that. Recalibrating. Increase firepower.
Copy that.
You're in my sight. Ether vision activated.
Easy peasy.
I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A person's fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token.
Right.
You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
Oh, here we go.
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities. How could that even be possible?
From what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say. So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
No, I'm the
You
one
can't
who should
not
be so
love
sorry.
Anby.
I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology. If they could mass produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
I was trying to say it in a more diplomatic way.
It's okay.
Anby
I
doesn't
lived in
wrap
defense.
presents.
Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive. While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family. The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes.
There you go.
And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production.
See, so it takes a
As
lot
for
of time and
the
effort.
Inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Oh yeah, they were.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
I know,
Yeah,
but that's what you said.
I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that.
See, there you go.
There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell.
Yep.
I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it.
And a good thing.
Or so I thought. Until now.
Now someone's bringing it back.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit. But as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force? Hold on. Something doesn't add up.
Okay.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all. I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
She's got a point.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No.
No, I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
Uh-oh. It sends a flashback coming.
How could this be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
I recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it.
Oh, okay. Surprises?
TWCA Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation? My bullets
Get good.
are one with the
Open my door.
wind. Time to pencil.
Let's get this thing done.
There it goes.
Ow.
Neutralize.
There we go.
Adjusting for wind.
Roger.
Saw that
Copy that.
coming.
Now we get a little rhythm going.
Standing by.
Well, we were. As the flow goes. All right.
Copy that.
And we took a little bit of a beating there at our behest.
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Ether vision activate. Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. Mark!
Everything.
Time to pin them down.
At your command.
Show no mercy. Time to pin them down.
Evasive maneuver.
Help pierce right through.
Target confirmed. Eliminating target.
Show no mercy.
Okay.
The melody of combat. Recalibrating. Target locked. Quick shot.
Got that one open.
They're exposed.
Okay. Uh-oh. Who's this?
Anby, what is that?
In movies, that's the old Silver Squad uniform.
Oh, let's go check it out.
I see. Let's give chase.
We're gonna do a quick look around though. Make sure we haven't missed anything back here. Oh look, what do we have back here? Mobile mini cargo truck. What I wouldn't have minded was a, health crate, given how much I let Anby get beat up there. All right, onward. Inside a lab tucked away in a building somewhere. One-eyed girl.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever. Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain. Ouch. Give me some meds, eh? You're the worst of any defect! I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle! Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is.
All right. Roll A.
But you wouldn't understand such a
Biggie.
complex
Which one I
question,
draw?
would you? Because you're an idiot.
Oh,
Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right?
pneumatic.
There you are. So,
Screenshot.
they call you Soldier 11 now, right?
Oh, look at the camera angle.
What a hideous name. But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common.
And our braids.
Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete
artificial.
member of Silver Squad.
Those legs and arms are all
And I
okay.
need
Yeah, that's
a
what
complete
that is.
body for the experiment. Which is why I need you.
Okay, all prosthetics.
You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there. Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us.
Why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why
yeah, here we go.
not Twiggy? Tell me why!
Jealous subordinate.
They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me.
One left.
When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was...
Latsy?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You startled me.
Yeah, I just noticed they all have
Alright,
artificial limbs.
fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment.
Well, her headband is also
I'll go
broken.
handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story.
Meanwhile, outside the lab, Anby and Trigger pressed their ears against the frosty steel door, listening.
It seems Soldier
In the lab.
11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
Shh.
Anby.
Let's discuss it over there.
Anby, what's the current plan? It's very simple. I don't even need a map to explain it. Infiltrate the place and rescue Soldier 11. Go on, I'm listening. That's it. That's the whole plan? Yep, please provide support from outside. This is something I have to settle alone. If anyone can do it, it's me. Is this how Silver Squad always operates? I'm the captain, and so that's what it's always been done. However, back then, there was usually a backup plan. Twiggy was always in charge of the backup plan. Twiggy, if I'm not mistaken, she's the enemy we're facing now, right? I don't know why she's become like this. Her backup plans, what's her style? First, feign weakness before turning the tables with unorthodox tactics. For her, no cost is too great to regain the upper hand. It does sound like a proper backup plan. After all, it's a plan that could only be utilized when every other option had been exhausted. In contact with you throughout the headset. Try to be a hero, Anby. If anything happens to you, you won't be able to save Soldier 11 on your own, right? I understand. I'll be careful. I was going to try to be supportive, but you don't need it. Never mind then. Right? Anby sneaks into the lab through an unguarded air duct. Metal ducts are freezing cold.
This place is cold.
See?
I sense the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too.
Yes, humming.
Someone's entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Soldier 11, wakey wakey. That's odd. I know I've
You'll
taken quite a few
definitive
samples
Soldier
from
11
you
thing.
and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you?
Won't you?
Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me. Good. That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Or was I? Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a
So they sold you?
limbless
Like,
worm
they're just like, hey,
me.
there's this person here with
So
no
I
arms and
sold off
legs.
again.
If we can get $50
Was
for her.
treated like merchandise
Guineas.
on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood.
Yeah.
The only real distinction is we feel more pain. And that's when I met her. She bought me as a trophy girl.
Oh.
Cut me open
No,
and
someone else.
operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand.
Oh, wow.
Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right? So it
Shot.
hurt. It hurt like hell. Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual
Was
about
it that
my
you didn't have
body.
any arms and legs?
She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor.
Rogue doctor. Like
She
a
was
rogue demon
familiar
hunter.
with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me.
Okay, more mystery.
So, I underwent
benefactors.
surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations.
Was she like counting her fingers?
My true
How do they help
value
you?
lies in
Calculations.
my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything. I remember our home and the time spent with our sisters. I remember that as long as we fought alongside our captain,
Okay.
we were considered the most powerful fighting force. I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with
Oh,
that
okay.
data,
So that's how she's getting
I
it
was
done.
able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company. Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now,
Reforming Silver Squad.
reforming Silver Squad is my
By
mission.
generating new soldiers. Like,
Because this is my home.
why do you need Soldier 11?
Our home.
The Hollows? A lab in the Hollows?
So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed
Uh-oh,
her
here we
to
go.
raise the alarm. You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you
Good job.
want her, come get her yourself.
Here we go. Hope I got healed up. Anby rushes out of the lab and reunites with Trigger. Oh, she's like, hold on, I'll be right back.
Say no more. I've got it. My bullets are one with the wind.
Did not get the gun back.
Adjusting for wind.
That everyone? Oh, except for this big guy.
Recalibrating.
Good.
Got you covered. Increase everything. Time to calm down.
Time to use that?
The target's weary.
Roger. Be gone.
You're in my sight.
Standing by.
Sniper's Creed.
Oh, a little premature on that.
One
Get
kill.
ready for the next.
At your command.
What do you mean?
Fire support ready.
Keep it going.
Too slow. Target locked. Adjusting for wind.
That all? So far? Good job.
That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this
Yes.
scum suits you.
Kind of does.
Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course. I created you so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through,
A's our ace in the ole.
I've forgotten.
He's gonna turn on her.
But I still remember. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Well, yeah, I've got my cool green uniform now.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about
Keep it
the
as
days of
pajamas. Yeah, I
glory
sleep in the
and
uniform.
agony, isn't it?
That.
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at
Sure.
fighting. But I survived. It's only natural for you not to expect that,
And yet, here we are
You're not
with you
as
so
terrible
angry.
a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value.
Yes, it's Master Planner and Strategic
You're
Thinker.
right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now.
Oh, yeah.
Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious, even. There's always someone who sees value in me.
And now it's the mysterious benefactor with the glasses. The Sharon's.
Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad. Maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star
Oh, we're gonna
Institute,
wax philosophical now.
studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows.
Those are deep topics. Just for
Sure,
example.
I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies. And
She
striving
is soliloquizing
for
in a
life
big
with
kind of way.
limited
It's like, man,
resources.
I've got a lot to
These
unload
I
here.
had to learn the hard way. Year after
And he's like,
year.
can I get a burger for this?
You've been through
Pretty?
a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
Yes, the mysterious
You know
benefactor.
better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil. Are you suggesting that you
Well, we were born out of evil purpose.
and our sisters were
Sure.
all evil?
We are evil incarnate.
Yeah, there you go.
So we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain. We should be eating burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Watching movies, working a job, and going on dates.
They're being maimed, sold, tortured, pregnant. You know, the voice actor, she's like, I am going to milk these lines for every penny.
Tortured and struggling to survive. You know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can
What
stand
did I say? I just
and
said
say
you're
these
evil
things
and
so
that you should not be
lightly
destroyed,
to
but you
my
should
face.
go around eating burgers and join the
You
cutting
know
hair.
where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time
Pretty
with.
evident.
Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy. I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
Captain.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake.
Not too late. And turn back.
Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time.
Oh, she's not
For
going.
now, we should...
Or is this interrupted? Anby is stunned to see a body tossed in front of her. Soldier 11. She's pale, but her eyes are breathing faint.
All right, I'm returning your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Oh, okay.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Twiggy kicks the limp Soldier 11 on the ground. Anby quickly lifts her up and hands her to Trigger. As well.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk.
Yeah.
I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush,
Yeah.
and I
Not
hope
mush.
you get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
Trigger stands and watches Anby leaves. Uh-oh.
Hey, go contact you-know-who.
Hmm.
Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this!
Hmm.
Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon, her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on
Oh, okay.
surviving
So,
to
yeah.
get the
Here's a big
paycheck.
surprise. Twiggy has an
I can
ulterior
handle her
agenda.
if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
Or not.
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Stop calling me that!
The client,
As
direct
you
client.
know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. Sometimes, when hope is scarce, certain issues can only be
Wait,
resolved with
that's like a
sheer
quote?
violence.
No, it's scarce. You just have to use
Last
violence.
time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
Okay. Got the things. Is that going to be the end of part 2? Almost. Anby, are you okay? It's fine. I understand if you don't feel like talking right. How is her Soldier 11's condition? The answer will only make you feel worse. She still hasn't regained consciousness. As you requested, I left her at Random Play Video Store. Kind siblings working there are taking care of her as we speak. Apparently we do everything, right? We pack people up, we take care of injured soldiers. Been so long, the shop has barely changed. And now's the time to go talking about that. Now's not the time to go talking about it. You must be anxious to see her. Come with me. You're in a... He follows Trigger's voice. Trigger to the video store. What? Not a 3-person panel? Anby, you're back. Looks like whatever you got mixed up in this time was pretty serious. Anything you want to know? Soldier 11, what is her condition? Stable. That's all I can say. Body temperature, heart rate, and pulse are all remaining stable. Honestly, given her current state, that's actually quite abnormal. Moreover, she hasn't regained consciousness. Would you like to see her? What, they actually animated Soldier 11 on the bed and Trigger here? Oh my gosh. I did not expect this. This is the kind of thing that I would expect to be just a panel or a black screen with text. There she is, Soldier 11. Yeah, that's she. Anby approaches and softly calls at him. Like it didn't work. Anby lowers her hand sadly. Wait, now we get the 3-panel.
What is
Oh, she's got voice.
this place? And who am I?
You're awake, Harin.
Great.
Dean.
You're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
I can see
This is how they introduce a new voice as well, because Soldier 11's undergoing a transformation.
yourself like that.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago, there was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Right?
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Would the Defense Force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we wouldn't do that.
That's right.
Proxy.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Plus,
Speaking of
our
which, we
little
haven't heard
black
from
cat
Carrie in
needs
quite a
another
while.
playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Oops. I mean Trigger.
Oh, we know the
Caroline?
names now.
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, manager.
They're on.
Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the Defense Force, but I can promise that Obel Squad won't abandon her.
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help.
Yeah.
Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary. Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation.
Oh, so pretty much
Also,
everything
some
any of us
familiar
need
faces,
when you after a hard day's
as well
work.
as her favorite foods. Ah, right. I should get her some burgers
Absolutely.
for an energy boost. I'll be right back. Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite.
He's right. That's your favorite.
Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
Noodles.
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
Yep.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Here you go. Oh, Soldier 11. Right on the couch. You won't see that very often. I can use a screenshot. Alright. Good chat with Trigger at the noodle shop. No chop. His noodles going.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef.
He is an enthusiastic
I
chef.
couldn't
It's
see
true.
if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks.
Fair enough.
She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions.
And Dark
But when
Crimson
she
Tide.
did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
He does love
Did she ever
Inky.
talk about me?
You might not like the answer.
That would be a clear
Soldier
no.
11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal.
Hmm.
Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself.
Oh.
The
That'd be-
person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a bell?
I have nothing to say.
Maybe.
Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
Like
What's
her.
that?
Hi.
If you want
Let's
to
change
mend
color.
things with Soldier
What is that?
11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted. She had
Okay.
a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. had no reason to show up again. Trigger,
What?
tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you... Yes, I might have.
Oh yeah, she got the magenta eyes for that.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point.
Yeah, got a point.
If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger,
Yeah.
you're really
Aw.
amazing.
Figure is
That's
extraordinarily
all I have to
empathetic,
say.
guys.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters
Yeah,
to
she's
discuss now.
really empathetic for,
What are you
you know,
planning to do
supposedly
next?
a cold-hearted
I'm
sniper.
heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy.
Okay,
That evil tech must never resurface again.
agreed.
But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Apologize. But given the current state of her memory, she might
Even
not
better.
remember it afterward.
That's the idea.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Huh?
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind. All right, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In
That
that
seems like
case,
an entire
I
subreddit
need you
dedicated to
prove something
analyzing
me.
Figure's
Prove
eye
something?
emotions.
Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either. But I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her.
Oh, this
Now
is
then.
about, it's like,
Let's head back.
what mountain?
After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
Exactly. All right, back we go. There they are. Like, where do they go? Still recovering. Looks like I've been causing a lot of trouble for you. That's right. So we're billing it all on the Cunning Hair's account. What? No. Oh? As of right now, I am not Anby of the Cunning Hair. But you walk, talk, and look like Anby of the Cunning Hair, so you must be Anby of the Cunning Hair. Since when did Belle and Wise become such smart asses? I mean, seriously. Whoa, how can we possibly keep teasing you when you're making a face like that? Jeez, look at you, you're absolutely exhausted. What you need right now is some sleep. How about it? You want to sleep on my bed? It's really soft, you know. It is objectively very soft. Anby, I also think it's best if you get some rest now. How does Wise know how soft Belle's bed is? I want to know. Tomorrow? Worry about tomorrow's problems tomorrow. That's what we do when we receive an enormous electric bill. Anyway. Or maybe you're just not ready to sleep just yet? If you'd better watch a movie to relax, I don't mind keeping company. Any new arrivals worth watching recently? Can you consider that? Wow, I didn't think you'd actually be up for it. Still, I'm just glad you have the energy. After all, I won't be able to finish what's coming next if I don't pull myself together. Oh, what is that? Is it a fight? Pretty much. It's a date. Date? Good night. All right, and then we have finished mode 2. Content is now available. We just have the third one to do, so we'll take a quick break. And we'll come back and finish number 3. And that's a wrap for Chapter 2 of Silver Soldier Song. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. It really kind of felt like the story was starting to kick into high gear there, right? Anyway, if you are enjoying the playthrough, please let me know by liking the video or leaving a comment below. Until next time, whatever you're playing, play hard. Cheers!